anybody who's ever worked at the front desk and experienced a low point in occupancy, and perhaps you start selling rooms on some of the OTAs at a much lower rate than what you would typically would, you can see very quickly that all of a sudden there's guests in your hotel that normally wouldn't stay there because the rate is the barrier. What a lot of properties will do is they'll drop the rate. It'll bring in guests that aren't their typical demographic, but it's your opportunity to stay at this luxury hotel for a lower rate, so you go and do it. But everything within the hotel is still priced at what it normally is. So breakfast is still $35 or $40, and parking's still $50 or $60, and charge for internet, and there's like all of these like little things that normally nobody even bats an eye at, but because you've got a different demographic in the hotel because you dropped your rate, you've got this whole new set of potential challenges to deal with that need to be talked about internally to know, like, okay, so we're selling our rooms at this, but now suddenly breakfast for two is more expensive than what it costs to stay at the hotel. You really have to think about how you're going to engage those guests. And even like operationally, are you going to lower your prices on all of these other items? Are you going to remove services within the hotel? Because you're really, I think you do your brand and you do your hotel and your employees and your guests, like four stakeholders, a disservice by just arbitrarily dropping your rate to increase your occupancy. Meanwhile, you can go back and take a look at all of the negative reviews that will probably pop up because you're not servicing the people that are in the hotel in the way that they want to be served.
Creating a balance and not always discounting your rate is the solution. I mean, there's so many other important factors when you're having a guest stay at your property. You need to look at what's important for them and then what's important to your brand, and then staying in your lane.